they do it correctly. Oh, okay, this is how we're playing this game. I see. Hello YouTube, welcome to Fine Day, and today we are going to have a look at Adeline, Resplendent, Cathar in Historic Brawl. This deck aims to win by playing the classic mono white weenie aggro game plan of basically playing decently stated creatures on curve 1, 2, 3, and that also have annoying additional utility stapled onto them. So, for example, we take cards like Esper Sentinel. It's a 1-mana 1/1 that allows us to draw multiple cards over the course of a game. Dauntless Bodyguard is a 1-mana 2/1, for example, that can also just give another creature indestructible. And, you know, like, even without that line of text, it's a really nice body. And then we have like other utility cards. Season Holopay can get indestructible. Captain Eberhart and Thalia make their cards more expensive. Ambitious Farmhand draws us basically a card. So we have tons of like utility creatures and can really dictate the flow of a game basically. We pair that with some card advantage engines to beat basically control decks and long grindy decks. The planeswalkers in this deck serve a similar purpose with Elspeth's Sun's Nemesis, Johnny, Basri Cat, because planeswalkers are naturally good against control decks. We have some anthems like Heraldic Banner, Bananish Marshal, and so on to buff our board, and there is nothing like too surprising in this deck. It just all comes together nicely. We do have a very high incidental human count in this deck, so 28 out of our 45 creatures are humans. Adeline is a human, and the tokens she creates are humans, so that's why cards are Metallic Mimic and Thalia's Lieutenant are great, because you look at it from this perspective. This is a 2-mana 2/1 that at the very least gives our commander a +1/+1 counter the next turn when she enters, and then also gives the token that enters a +1/+1 counter, which is already like great value, and that is already enough for me to just include this card. And Thalia's Lieutenant is an even better version of that basically. So yeah, really strong cards. Overall, let's go face and have some fun. Also remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content. If you don't, just write me in the comments how much you hate it. Let's go. We are ready to play against Narset of the Ancient Way. And sure, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a planeswalker to deal with them. We have some additional utility with our creatures. Yeah, exactly what we want basically. So let's see. The question is, what do we lead on? And I believe I want to lead on the Thraben Inspector, just because I want to give something destructible with this Dauntless Bodyguard. I think they have a Swords to Plowshares here. I think I can expect that from them. So let's see. Now the reason why I was thinking that they have a Swords to Plowshares is because they had like they're like currently sticking, like they get priority, and they already got that. As soon as I played my creature on the field, they had a target for the swords, and that's when the holding priority began. So I think, yeah, they have a Swords to Plowshares here. I want to put the counter on Thraben Inspector, so if they Swords to Plowshares the A-Luminarch Aspirant, or like remove it, I still have some value from it on the board, because I don't think the A-Luminarch Aspirant can grow fast enough to outgrow their burn spells. Like if they want to kill it, they are going to kill it. So let's see. Also, like if they are like on damage based removal, the Thraben Inspector has 1 more toughness than the A-Luminarch Aspirant, so that can just matter a lot. Okay, Teferi Master of Time, interesting. Can't I just kill that? Oh no, I can't. But I do believe I want to play my Adeline here. Also the A-Luminarch Aspirant nerf coming in clutch here. Now if they uptick, I can't kill Teferi now. Oh, they downtick the Adeline. Wait, that is... I think that's a huge misplay, because now I can attack the Teferi, and if they board wipe, I still have an Adeline on the field. Yeah, same concept as before. I think I just want to grow this Thraben Inspector here. And they surrender. GG. We are ready to play against Nicobola's the Ravager. And let's see. We don't have a turn 2 play except the Maze Mind Tome, which is not optimal. But Maze Mind Tome is a great play against control decks. So I'm just going to keep it for now. Sure. Let's see. Yep. 2-drop off the top. Oh, that's almost as good. I'm just going to commit to the board here. I can still wait on this Maze Mind Tome. I'm not sure what to discard to this Nicobolas though. That's interesting. I can Ranger Captain. I'm going to do this now so they gain 1 less life. Ooh, interesting. This is exactly not what I need right now. I'm going to do Ranger Captain of Eos here. I'm going to hold this Mox Ember to discard to the Nicobolas, I think. And I want to search for a giant killer to deal with their Nicobolas eventually. And maybe I was also supposed to get an Esper Sentinel here, but that really didn't feel right, to be honest. I think I just need to have like a way to deal with their things. Land? Oh, land. We were so good at magic. Look at us. This all kind of doesn't work out, except if I just play Ranger Captain of Eos, or I could play Maze Mind Tome and crack a clue. Interesting, interesting. I think... So this was definitely an interesting sequence here. I think I should have... Like, this is... yeah, okay, this was one of the cases where I think I should have played the Mox Ember after playing my commander. Because if they countered the Adeline, then I would have been really, really sad. Going to take this time to attack with the Ranger Captain. Sure. If they kill Adeline, I'm just going to... Oh, okay. Yep, Ranger Captain. Yeah, that's fine. I feel quite safe with this giant killer though. All of the cards in my hand currently draw cards, and one of them deals with Nicobolas, right? But I think it's very important that I just keep all the card draws, so I'm likely going to discard the card I draw off of this clue. And yeah, so we know now that I kind of want to play this Maze Mind Tome, just because it's the only non-creature I have in hand. Yeah. And yeah. Let's go. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, let's go with Maze Mind Tome, draw a card immediately if it's a land, we can play it. Yep. Make a land drop, pass the turn. So starting next turn, we can Skyclave Apparition the Smoldering Egg. We can Giant Killer the Nicobolas. There's still 1 mana off of transforming this. So yeah, let's see. I think we want to start on drawing here. Yep. Get another land, sure, and I just want to play this Alseid and then just pass the turn here with this giant killer for the Nicobolas. I don't want to kill that in their end step. If they play like a land then and want to transform Nicobolas, in response to that we can kill it and they just lose a lot of tempo. I really hope they can't transform the Smoldering Egg in time. But either way, I think we're completely fine because this also has 5 power, so we can just basically swap this around, kill this with the Giant Killer and then Skyclave their commander. So yeah, actually optimally for us they would... Yep, sure. Smoldering Egg. Transforms. Oh no, it gets 1 counter. And now I think Escape still only gives them 1 counter on the Smoldering Egg. Inscription of Ruin. Oh. Discard 2 cards, you say. We do need to get rid of this Ashmouth Dragon for sure. This is a headache. If they have a land, we're so done. So I think we just need to get rid of these 2, although it's just so much value. Because I really want to Skyclave their commander. It's a lot of value because they don't get a creature back. Oh, this is great. Yeah, this is an amazing draw here for sure. Yep. Skyclave. I hope they don't have a kill spell. Essence Scatter. Ah. Really, really unfortunate here. Now it's up to them, not top ticket and untapped land. That's what I really want. Oh no, they had this from top anyways, right? They can swing in first though, and they should do that. I don't think I'm in too terrible of a position. Question is, do I... Yeah, I think I want to be greedy in this Maze Mind Tome and draw cards off of it, right? Yep. Transform, and they put something back into play, and that could be a Skyclave Apparition, right? Minus, put Skyclave Apparition onto the field. But then the Cave of the Frost Dragon just... yeah, so they do that, yeah. Well, now again, Cave of the Frost Dragon just kills their commander. So that's great, actually. Ooh, I think I just have to do it like this. Yeah, guarantee the kill on their commander. And I don't mind too much if this Elspeth gets discarded because we can escape her. But it is annoying. It is annoying, but I think it's just important to get rid of this value machine of a Planeswalker. I just noticed that it's... yeah, now, yeah, because I don't want this to start upticking. Do I need to draw something specific here? Interesting. I think I kind of need to draw removal here. Yeah, sure. Adeline, Little Warhound, sure. Rockheart. Yep. And then let's see. Unlucky. And Elspeth requires 4 other cards, right? So they play their like if they transform this, they just die though. Right? Well, the commander just dies again, right? So they can cling to dust the Elspeth. Wait, no, now they don't have a chance to do that. Oh, that is really unfortunate for them. Do I just... So if I cast this, they don't have the time to respond, so I think I'm just supposed to cast this now, just so they don't have a target for this Cling to Dust, which I think is important, and then later this Interpret Adversary gets them, hopefully. And do I want to create humans here? Oh, that commit is kind of fine, honestly. Yeah, sure. We are swinging in with the team. Yeah, and I really want to catch them off guard with this Interpret Adversary. buffs the team by +2/+2 basically. If I draw land, it's +3/+3, which is a ton. So let's see. Let's bring it on, opponent. Crux of Fate, all non-dragon creatures. Well, isn't that unfortunate? This doesn't do anything, but I'm just going to give this pro black because, you know, I can. Yeah, really unfortunate for sure there. I think we're now just supposed to play our commander. Oh, amazing draw. Ordering is important though. Oh no, they don't have anything in hand anyways, but yeah, this is great. So like if they commit to memory here, that no, they won't transform Nicobolas because it just dies, right? Oh, they transform it plus, I believe. Yeah, and just draw cards. But I believe then it just dies because this is enough damage for. This is basically 5 for, yeah. With playing the Elspeth there, playing that, and then just -1 on these 2 creatures. It's exactly 9 damage here. So I think that's what I want to do. Work with the information they already have. They drew a counterspell here that is extremely unfortunate, but I can't do anything about that. Plus you, yes, this and this. And I think I'm also supposed to just play this Interpret Adversary and give it plus, like, just 1 counter. It is definitely not the, like, most, like you kind of want to get full value, but I have the man land to activate every single turn anyways. And this way, if they, like, kill something here, the Nicobolas still gets plenty of damage. So yeah. Selfless Savior, if they can kill the Savior, like if they killed something here, except that, like if they target the adversary, I just let that happen. If they try to kill the Adeline, I obviously, you know, sacrifice the Savior here. Fatal push, sure. If I were to sacrifice the Savior, their commander wouldn't die here, and I think it is very important for us to kill that thing. The one important thing to note here is I go to 7 life, and I slowly but surely die, and that was a life-linking creature, but it is just so important to get rid of this before it just gets more and more value. I also just have the option of gaining life with Elspeth. Oh, Metallic Mimic. Yeah, sure. Human. Yep. We are going to create 2 1/1 humans here. Yep. We are going to do this. And we are going to swing in with these, I believe. No, I don't think we're going to in with the cave though. Do we? Maybe we weren't supposed to activate the cave. No, we were swinging with the cave. Because now Adeline like crashes in if they block the cave. Yeah. They're greedy. They're really greedy. I'm not sure. But yep. Okay. Temple. And let's see, are they going to commit? Yeah, memory. Who shuffle graveyard back and draw me 7 cards. Thank you very much, opponent. Oh, Thalia, Elite Spellbinder. Oh, plenty of toys to play with for sure. Yep, and they are in a lot of trouble. Here. I think we start on the Spellbinder. No. Wait, Spellbinder versus Thalia. I think it's Thalia over the Spellbinder. The reason being this catches like a double spell play, whereas Elite Spellbinder kind of doesn't. Hero's Downfall. I can just give that indestructible, right? Yep. And now they also have to block that with their commander. Let's see. Elite Spellbinder for sure. Yep. A Prismari command. And now you, Heraldic Banner, white. We are going to give you plus. Sure. I want to. The one misplay I did here was playing the Skymarcher because I really don't need to commit on the board. But like it is impressive that they just drew so many lands here. But they have to block the Adeline, otherwise they die, and I think that is 9. Yeah, this is lethal either way. Yeah. GG, really grindy and cool game. We are ready to play against Oswald Fiddlebender, and let's see where this game takes us. We want to be aggressive and we want to have some amount of interaction, and this is not aggressive enough. Like this is very good against control decks, but yeah, this is probably a bit more aggressive. I like this. Attack Mimic is a ton of damage. Also, I want to point out, I just like realized between the games that I have this fancy pants art style for Adeline. So I just switched this during, like, in between games because I think it's gorgeous. I really like these like sketch. It's not a sketch. It's like it's cool. I guess that's what it is. It's cool. Yep. Let them exile that. Sure. Ambitious Farmhand, I believe. No, I think I wanna. The upside of drawing land is extremely high, and if I don't draw land, I can still go Ambitious Farmhand into Shadow Spear, and that is absolutely fine as well. Okay, yeah, and now, boom, Adeline, and swing in. Yeah, this is just so much power. I'm really pressuring them right now. But if they go to 3-drop, I think we're slightly too slow here. Maybe I should have hard mulliganed for some removal. I have a slight amount of removal, but not too much. Yeah, and so they get a mana rock here, and then they have lethal next turn, I believe, if they do it correctly. Oh, okay, this is how we're playing this game. I see. Yeah, that is so backbreaking. Yeah, yeah, now we win. They could have went for lethal next turn, but man, we're good at Magic. Yep, swinging with everything. And you can just see the power of like cards like Metallic Mimic in this deck. Oswald rarely plays board wipes. They want a high artifact density. Yeah, and that just basically tells me that they have nothing, because I believe the Unbreakable Formation next turn is lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Yeah, even if they had removal for Adeline, Unbreakable Formation was lethal there. GG. We are done with the games. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did, and Adeline Resplendent Cathar is a pretty solid aggro option in Historic Brawl. Mono white is certainly, like, if you don't enjoy mono red too much and want to have a more like prolonged game plan, Adeline is probably the deck for you. The deck is constructed in a way currently where we don't play that many 3-drops that we want to play on curve, but at the same time there are a lot of good 3-drops out there. Like Elite Spellbinder is just amazing. The card draw engines are like great on their own. Redain, like against mono red, Redain is just a house because you just play the backside and now they really can't contest you on the board and have a really hard time burning you out as well. So big plus from that. We obviously didn't see all the cool cards in action, but some cards, for example, the Guardian Evangel is just insane in that it allows you to just hyper, like, it is a complete, basically it's a complete commitment to the board on its own. I think this is what it boils down to. So against control, you want to not want to play out every single threat at once. You just want to play out enough threats that they are in danger, so they are forced to board wipe, and then you play the rest of your threats. But this basically is a full board of creatures on its own, and that is just like, it's a huge amount of card advantage, basically. If you want to play this deck on a budget, what do you need? And this deck is fairly expensive. Like, overall, it is not that cheap, actually. Like, as opposed to like some other, like mono red is way cheaper, but mono white really uses a lot of rares and mythics. Rares especially, to be honest, but yeah, also just a ton of mythics. Like, the easiest cut would be the lands, just white lands, like basics. I only play snow lands because I'm playing Faceless Haven. So if you cut that, just run normal basics instead of snow basics, because otherwise you're just going to get hosted by the opponent's Redain. The 1-drops, you can like consider more tame 1-drops for sure. I think from a creature perspective, like from a non-creature perspective, I think none of these are replaceable because the worst versions are not worth it anymore. But the creatures here you can replace with worse creatures for sure. Kind of the same thing goes for like these cards. Don't look at this as a like creature 3-drop. Look at it as a value engine that helps you against control decks and helps you to stay in the game. Redain is basically a tier on its own. Like, Redain is really strong. Again, helps against board wipes, but is also a finisher. You basically just want a ton of utility in your cards. You want cards that are good for multiple things at once and can just basically decide what they want to be. Like, do I want this Redain to be a creature? Do I want this Redain to be like an artifact? Like, that's the most simplest example. But if we look at like Basricat, do I want this to be a card that just floods the board really fast, or do I want this to be a card that just is very threatening and can ultimate really quickly? So yeah, you have a lot of utility in these creatures, even though some of them don't look like it. Overall, yeah, the crafting priorities here are, it's hard to say. The main problem is this deck really thrives off having these like really annoying creatures, so those are probably your number one craft. But then you're going to struggle against control, so you like to have some ways, not specifically these ways, right? Like Maze Mind Tome, Investigator's Journal, Tome of Legends, not specifically these ways, but you want some ways to gain card advantage, either directly by drawing cards, or just like indirectly by just being a planeswalker. Like, planeswalkers inherently are just good card advantage. That is their point. They just generate value each and every single turn. Yeah, you want some ways to buff the board. There is certainly cheaper, like if you have a Glorious Anthem, sure, you can put this in here. It is not a common or uncommon, it's a rare, I believe, but if you have it, why not put it into the deck, right? You could like replace a Wedding Announcement with it, or you could just replace an Unbreakable Formation with it. Yeah, overall, it's kind of tricky to make work on a budget because all these pieces are linked, basically, and for example, the Giant Killer becomes much worse of a card if you don't have a Ranger Captain of Eos and a Ranger of Eos. Basically, if you can't search for this, it becomes much worse. Like, that is basically the point of these utility 1-drops, to be searchable by these. Like, you can play more non-creatures than I do if you don't run Thalia. yeah, again, like all these go kind of hand in hand, and if you start taking out pieces, you run into weird problems. So and I can't basically go into every single edge case here and tell you exactly what to do because I don't know your collection. Overall, I hope you enjoyed this lengthy outro and this beautiful mono white aggro deck. If you did, leave me a like, and I will see you tomorrow.